Hi, this is Michael at TV Radio 1972, and today I am reviewing the Tiemahun Emergency Crank Radio model number T-098. I bought this radio on Amazon for $16.14 plus tax after using a 5% off coupon. The regular price is $16.99. This radio is also sold in other brands, including Geartis, and I like the name they used. The Submarine 1. Unfortunately, it only came in blue and orange, therefore I went with Tiemahun, which sells this radio in 5 different colors, including yellow. And speaking of yellow, June 1st is National Yellow Radio Day. It's that time of year again, and it's also that time of year to give credit to the person who created this day, back in 2018, the Radiogeek. Here's his channel. He mostly reviews radios, although he did review on how to replace a mid-2009 white MacBook battery. And here's another radio review he just did, the GPX AM/FM shortwave portable radio. So here's his channel. Feel free to subscribe and tap the bell icon so you would always be notified on his videos. Anyhow, the reason why I got the yellow radio, because it also reminds me of the Beatles song Yellow Submarine, which I would like to play, but since that's a copyright song, I'll just have to say the title, Yellow Submarine. And that's why I picked this radio as this year's yellow radio for me. So here's the box. Very generic looking box. It has a picture of the radio in front. And then, here are the features. AM/FM no weather radio, new design, brighter flashlight, 2000 milliamp hour charger, solar powered, crank powered, USB powered, and phone charge. There's not much in this radio, but I'll take out the contents. Here's a micro USB charging cable here. User manual here. And it's a very small and short user manual, so I'll just show you here. I don't know if the camera will focus, so I'll just show you what the manual is right here. And here it is. Here's the radio. Now, according to the manual, they call it the 3rd generation solar hand crank radio flashlight emergency power bank with micro USB. That's what they call it. I like the Geartis name better, Submarine 1. And I'll call this the Yellow Submarine. But anyhow, before I get into the dimensions, I want to show you some size comparisons. First, the radio I bought last year, the Sangean DT400W portable radio here. I won't show you all angles because this is a rather long radio, and I'll show you another radio I bought in the summer of 2019. The AV1 M-Tropic AM/FM Siren flashlight radio. I have reviewed both these radios before. And here it is. This is a much bigger radio. So, I'll give you the dimensions next. 6 inches in length, 2 3/4 of an inch in height, and 1 3/4 inch in depth. It has an 11 3/4 inch antenna and 1 1/4 inch speaker. And I'll show you what's on the radio. On the front of the radio, you have this band selector switch from weather band, FM, and AM. You have your 1 1/4 inch speaker here. Right here, you have your weather band 162.4 to 162.55 megahertz. Your FM is 87 to 108, and AM 520 to 1710. You have a charging indicator and tuning button here and here, and then your battery indicator, which goes blue, which has up to 4 blue. And I'll turn on the radio just to show you. Here are the lights. It's currently at 3, and then there's your tuning light here. It's in green, and then your charging indicator. So I just wanted to show you that. And bit of a fingerprint magnet right here. But anyhow, we have your tuning wheel here. Yeah, it's a little tough, but smooth tuning. But you see, it's you have to really press it to tune, but that's fine. At least it doesn't get you off frequency, so that's a good thing about it. You have your SOS button here. I won't press it, but if you press it twice, an SOS alarm goes off. It's pretty loud, so I won't do it in this video. And then you click it again to turn it off. And then your on-off volume control. And then on this side of the radio here, you have your flashlight. I'll turn it on using this button. And it's pretty decent. Pretty decent flashlight for a $16 radio. And then you also have kind of this smooth plastic feel throughout the radio. So that's pretty neat. Then you have a place where you can put your lanyard. It came with a lanyard. So that's your wrist strap right here. It fits right in nice and good. And on this side of the radio, you have your headphone jack. Headphone experience some low-level hiss at low volumes, but as you put more volume, that hiss goes away. You have your micro USB charging jack, and then you have your USB jack here. Use this to charge the radio, and you use the one on the bottom to charge your cell phones or tablets. On the back of the radio, you have your battery door. It's not captured, and it comes with the 18650 2000 milliamp hour 3.7 volt battery. I'll take out the battery. It's a flat top and will only fit flat tops because right here there's a little bump here. So if you're going to replace batteries at higher capacity and whatnot, make sure you get flat top batteries to replace it. Don't get button tops. It's not going to fit. Anyway, the positive is to the right when you put in the batteries from the back angle. Then you have your hand crank. Does pretty good. It's very sturdy hand crank, so that's a good thing. And then on the bottom you have 2 little feet to stand the radio on. And on the top of the radio, you have a rather small solar panel here, but it's pretty sensitive under a lamp and pretty sensitive under the sun. I'm not sure if it'll charge very fast though with a small solar panel like this. Your flashlight button here, and then your 11 3/4 inch antenna here to get FM and weather band reception. Then, of course, inside there is an internal AM ferrite bar antenna inside the radio. So, right now, what I'm going to do is do some band scans, starting with the weather band. So, I'll switch this band selector switch right here and tune the weather band. WXL-37, Highland, New York, about 60 miles away, and especially at this time of year, I can get this station pretty well on this radio, and on some of my other radios too, but not all of them. But if I can get WXL-37 60 miles away from me, then that should tell you that this is a good weather band radio.
Wednesday night, mostly cloudy with a 50% chance of shower, 5 miles an hour in the morning, becoming northwest in the afternoon. Chance of rain 40%. Monday night, partly cloudy. Slight chance of rain in the evening. Lows in the upper 40s.
That is KZZ-31, Hardyston, New Jersey, and that's in northwestern New Jersey, about 25 miles away from me. And it's coming in good on this as well. So it's definitely a good weather band radio. Then, of course, there's my local KWO35, New York City on 162.55.
Highs in the mid-70s. High temperature, mid-50s. Winds, breezy. Northeast 15 to 20 miles per hour. Tides, East Rockaway Inlet, high at 10:51 a.m. Low at 4:46 p.m. Sunrise, 5:28 a.m. Sunset, 8:18 p.m.
So it does well on the weather band. I mean, I was able to get 162.475, 162.5, and 162.55 megahertz. So it does very well on the weather band. Let's go to FM next.
이고요. 5300번으로 월요일부터 금요일까지 상담 받아보실 수 있습니다. 또 다른 분이 질문을 주셨는데요. 재용자 중에 집을 구입할 수 있나요?
Now, there is a little flaw with the FM dial. It's not very accurate on FM because look where the dial is. It's almost at 90 or 89.5, something like that. It's around 89, 89.5. When this is 87.7 WNYZLP New York City. So that is, of course, a Korean station on TV channel 6 audio.
The originals, written and produced by Marvin Gaye. Moving like shot through
Randy Carlisle. August 21st, it's Wilco with Slater Kinney, and September 10th and 11th, it's My Morning Jacket with guest Brittany Howard. Interested in speech. I also...
All right, you ready to do this? Jesus first in your things will be added unto you. And that is the principle that is here. God will not take second place in your life.
That station, surprisingly, is coming in pretty decent. That is 95.1 FM, W236CH. That's Fort Greene, New York. That's by New York City. And that's a translator.
Hard seltzer. No one is just. Company afiliados, Northbrook, Illinois.
El Departamento de Educación de la Ciudad de Nep.
So I think people need someone to talk to all day long with this. I love the action. Don't worry, they'll be okay.
WEPN 98.7 ESPN, New York City. But it's around 100
series,
on this dial.
Are you...
The Yankees official 2021 yearbook and media
WFAN
guide
FM New York City.
Get your Yankees magazine, yearbook, or media guide today. Call 800-GO-YANKS or log on to yankees.com/publications. Right now, the excitement of baseball.
American University.
This day, our daily break. Big dog.
A little tricky to tune because the dial is so small, but let me tell you, the FM on this performed well. As a matter of fact, I'll give you an FM reception report after I put the antenna down. But for an antenna that's just under 12 inches, it did pretty well. I was able to get 51 stations, 43 okay to good, and 8 weak signals. It's very tough to get faint stations, but you can get weaker signals. And I also heard the unlicensed station on 102.1 and 99.3. So if I had done the test while those were on, I probably would have gotten them too, so it would have been up to 53 stations. But when I did my test yesterday, or May 28th, I got 51. I didn't get the 2 unlicensed stations. So 51, 53 stations, that's pretty good for FM with this radio. Now I'm going to go to AM. Now, the time right now is about 11:37 a.m. Yeah, I'm actually doing a late morning AM band scan, FM band scan, weather band scan. So, 11:37 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time from the northeastern part of New Jersey. So, I'll do the AM next. That might be 540 WBWD, Islip, New Jersey. That's about 50 miles.
Broadcasting 96.7 FM at
Oh no.
W4DU, Edison, New Jersey.
You are in tune to the Herman Singh Community Radio Show, 540 AM.
Radio
Okay, that was 5:40 a.m. Then I don't know what was before that.
Yep, it's travel span, curry, duck.
What's in it? This is more than just
570.
Oh, absolutely.
That could be 600. I gotta turn off because of music, but I wonder if that's 600. I'm gonna tune that in now. I think it is WICC Bridgeport, Connecticut, 55 miles away, 1,000 watts. There's 620.
Or by calling 833-NYS, the number.
More chemistry and fruits and
That's 740. WNYH, Huntington, New York. That's almost 40 miles away.
gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
770. WABC, New York.
Later, Shulman, 488 Madison Avenue.
News and the New York conversation.
850 WAXB, Ridgefield, Connecticut. That's about 45 miles away.
Yes. In a show of solidarity, Cardinal
880
Timothy Dolan celebrated
WCBS.
Shabbat at a temple here in the city.
Oh, there's 910 WRKL. New City, New York, about 20 miles.
Watch yourself, youth man. This unique process. Rhino Shield is a coating. It looks like
COVID numbers at their lowest in New York since the pandemic began. With that announcement, indoor school sports
10-10 wins.
Indoors.
WINS.
We learned more about the man who killed 9 coworkers in California. Cops found tens of...
I think, if anything, the NBA is being very...
In the meantime, the assets in your fund are invested.
1130. 1190.
Commercial or something. Oh, wait a minute. We're on the air. We kind of just did that.
I think it's already a commercial.
Yeah, you think so?
1250 WMTR, Morristown, New Jersey.
And just we could put clips of it all over Facebook, and
Alguien que básicamente no le interesa, no sabe.
Quite some time. We're going to talk about Facebook at Sam's Meat Warehouse.
WGHT.
And I invite you to tune in to Wednesday Morning Roundtable on Radio Worth Listening To.
Yeah, that's 1500 WGHT Pompton Lakes, New Jersey.
Every Tuesday at 12 noon for the latest legal advice and tips. We're taking calls thus far.
We're good at looking like we're doing something, trying to look like we're not racist. But in the meantime and in between time, we're not doing anything that's going to really repair, that's going to restore, that's going to atone. And that's what we're good at in Tulsa. And in the state, we're good at doing those things. But when we're talking about putting initiatives in place that's going to actually change.
Up to 20 miles per hour in the afternoon.
1640.
Chance of rain 50%. Monday night, mostly cloudy.
수요일 날로 옮기셨어요? 이런 분도 계시고.
1660.
토요일 날 하실 텐데 왜 금요일 날
WWRU,
분도 계신데, 제가
Jersey
이제
City,
방송을 통해서
New
제품을
Jersey.
소개하고 그 제품과 관련된
And that's it for the AM. For $16 radio this small, while it can be a little tough to tune, especially at night. Sometimes I have to go back and forth on the dial to get stations I missed. It did pretty decent for its size. During the day, I got 32 stations, 25 okay to good, and 7 weak signals. But a little bit of a flaw with the AM as well. I could not get anything above 1690. I tried 1700, I tried 1710, which are WRCR and QFG 689, respectively. I couldn't get them for the life of me, and I was able to get out of the radio. So around 1700, 1710, I just could not get them in. Maybe either sensitivity went down or maybe there's something wrong, but that's okay. That don't really matter that much to me anyway, at least not those two stations. But to get 32 stations during the day, not bad at all, especially for the size. Now at night, I only got 66 stations, and I say only because I probably could get more, but it was tough for tuning at night, especially weak signals. I got 37 okay to good and 29 weak signals, and I was able to get up to 1690 on it. So it was a struggle tuning past 1690, but surprisingly, if a station came in good, it came in and you were able to get it. I mean, I actually got WLS 890 with little trouble and little adjacent channel bleed, so from Chicago when I tried it at night, and a number of other stations came in pretty well when they came in well, and even moderate to weak signals, it came in, but anything faint, forget it. And anything that was too close together, a little bit of a struggle. That's why, I was able to count just 66 stations, but probably would have gotten closer to 70 had I maybe tuned back sometimes. That's the problem with these DSP radios, but it does hold a pretty steady signal when I get a signal, so like I said, the AM's pretty decent. Now, my overall thoughts on this radio. I like this radio. I like how it looks. I like how it operates considering it's just a $16 to $17 radio. I like the fact that it looks like a yellow submarine. Light's pretty decent. It's pretty good. I like the look of it's good. I like how it tunes, despite having to sometimes tune backwards on the AM in order to get a station that you jump past. It's not as much trouble on the FM. FM's not that accurate. The AM is a little more accurate, so... And, of course, the weather band's pretty accurate, too. Not a bad sound for a 1 1/4 inch speaker, either. The siren's pretty loud, so... The SOS siren, which might actually be a good thing, even if it's noisy. Love the hand crank. Love that it has a wrist strap on it, so you can carry it or hang it. So, to me, for the price, it performs well, and I'm actually going to give it a pretty high rating. I'll give it an 8 out of 10, which is 4 stars. Despite a few DSP tuning flaws here and there on the AM, not so much on the FM. The FM tunes pretty good. Weather band tunes pretty good overall, and on all bands it does well on locals, and even and strong stations and moderate to kind of weak signals, but not faint signals. But for an emergency radio for $16, $17, you can't expect to be a DX machine, so I'm satisfied with it. I'm satisfied with this radio. This will probably be a radio I'll be using quite a bit at times, especially in emergency. Love the color yellow. Love that it looks like a yellow submarine. And those are my final thoughts on this radio. I hope you enjoyed this review. Have a good weekend, everybody, and stay safe. And by the way, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And feel free to subscribe my channel and tap the bell icon to be updated on my latest videos. So have a good weekend, everyone. Stay safe and God bless. Bye-bye.